Alright, well, let's see if I remember how to do any of this, because I have been on vacation now for 2 full weeks. I got back, actually, near the start of this week, but I'm sure it goes without saying for most people that you're probably well aware that you leave the home for a week and you come back and there are problems to fix. So I have been tackling issues on that end for a while and dealing with a lot of family stuff. So I apologize that even though I've been back for a week now, that I haven't really done much, but I am back streaming, and I am unfortunately, I apologize guys, I am unfortunately having to do a lot of like the old stuff the way I used to for a bit. A lot of my tools are currently still packed away, and when I went to try and unearth them, the closet collapsed on me. I don't know how to say it other than that. So I have to dig my stuff out and repair a shelf. So that's going to be a thing in my future. But for now, my microphone's working. My headphones are unfortunately a couple of generations back now and kind of screaming in my ears, so I apologize if I sound weird to anyone like that. I tried to get things as balanced as I could. Other than that, we should, as per usual, you know, it's something I used to say, we should be live. Anyways, thank you so much. Rigid, what's up? I do want to apologize for being late as I am. Obviously, we were talking on Discord, and I wanted to be live somewhere between 6 and 7. I kind of already knew by then that I was going to have to set up my old stuff because, like I said, the closet had already fallen at that point. Welcome, Dem. How are things going? But yeah, just to wrap it up, I wanted to be here between 6 and 7. My brother showed up with his kids. He hadn't had them by since I had been back from my vacation, so you know, it was more than a week since I've seen the kids last, and I had to do the uncle thing. So anyways, thank you so much everybody for bearing with me on that. I think Dem is even further ahead than us, so he's probably like looking crazy. He's either looking at really, really late or really, really early. I don't know, because time zones are weird and my brain doesn't function off of them. Anyways, while I was on vacation, I actually took this game with me. However, I only did a little bit of work. You can see the level count here and all that stuff. I only put a little bit of time in around like my first or second night at a hotel while I was heading south. And so this is the party change-up. This is one of the characters you can get by answering questions at one point. I unlocked this guy and just thought it looked way too cool not to keep around. It looks very much like a, if you've ever played Echo the Dolphin, this looked to me like Echo the Dolphin, but like the aliens won and digitized him. But obviously Echo's just like, nah, fuck that. And then we got this like literal muscle genie guy. Big ol' little dragon man. Hey Richard, welcome to the stream. How are things going? Hopefully things are going well. 1 a.m. here, I woke up at... So you are like middle of your day, but also middle of the goddamn night. So, good morning? Anyways, I am hopefully in a pretty decent spot to push forward heavily in the story. So I'm just gonna... I don't know why I walked in there. I am just gonna beeline to where I think progress is. I think I tried to go here before and I got told I can't. Hey Zeph, welcome to the stream. How are things going? Hopefully things are going well. I think did I say when Richard got in? I am sorry, I am not paying attention well enough already. That's usually a good sign of things to come. Anyways, welcome to the stream, Rich. I went bowling with my housemate and cousin yesterday. Yes, I did saw that. God, I haven't been bowling in years. The thing about bowling is, at least for me, I can't speak for anybody else, it is something that I would find wildly boring, except that it's the kind of thing that if you do with people, suddenly it's just way more fun. Zeph, I need to talk with you about this. I completely missed that you and Bungle had a stream together. I actually like saw the I think I was scrolling through my feed and I saw it pop up and I was like, when the hell did that happen? Why the hell wasn't I informed? YouTube, the absolute fuck are you doing to me? Anyways, I hope it went well for you and I hope you got some good results from that. At the very least, I hope you had a lot of fun. Yeah, hold on a second. There we are. Sorry about that. I had to definitely turn down these headphones. They are just screaming at me. Like I said, I am at least 2 generations back on my equipment here. And so the headphones I'm using right now are just absurdly sensitive, but also they peak really, really easy. And so, you know, they're old, they're garbage. But as the game is screaming at me, it was a little bit much for me to handle. Wii Bowling was the only thing I usually played during Wii Sports for. Wii Sports was wild. Like, I actually enjoyed almost all of them except for golfing. And it's kind of funny because I'm not sure how many... I haven't traveled the nation, you know, to its entirety, so I can't speak about every bar in every corner of the world, but... It's not uncommon to go to bars and see one of the Golden Tee arcade machines. I'll be honest, I'm not good at them, but I have a weird obsession with playing those while drinking with friends, and I don't know why. So, you know, you get me 2 to 3 drinks in or something, and I will go play those machines. Anyways, while I was on vacation, one of the restaurants I went to, I was not drinking, but one of the restaurants I went to had one of them, and it was just one of those things where it's on a... Ooh, hey, treasure chest. I didn't get this one yet. It was one of those things where on a whim, I was just like, I kind of want to play that. And for whatever reason, maybe it's because I'm down south and people are just, who the hell are you? And I want you on my party. Hey, actually kind of worked. Oh no, he gave me money. Did I just bully a monster for his lunch money? Anyways, I am feeling the ADHD at the moment. And I will be tilting at windmills here. Anyways, so I don't know if it's because I was down south and just people are more friendly in general. But I loaded up the machine and just started playing, and before I know it, I just had like 3 other guys up there chatting with me. I just wanted to play the little ball rolly golf game, and you guys just... I don't know, I thought it was weird and goofy, but also just, yeah, a lot of general fun. Harpy, they are the best monster girls. I have a type, and I will say that for me, Harpy is not that type. However, I get it. Especially 100% if you are the kind of person to appreciate the ditzy airhead, the classic bird brain. If you were here for the recent Disgaea game, and I don't think Zeph was, in fact I am almost 100% certain Zeph was not here for any of the Disgaea playthrough recently, but my type appeared on screen very early, and I went from a man playing a game that I was enjoying great to an uncomfortable level of simp energy. Because I say uncomfortable because that is not a box I usually fit in. Also, I apologize if I am popping a little bit on this microphone because I don't have a pop filter right now, so if you guys hear any of that, I do apologize. Anyways, Wii Bowling, where I was at in the original part of that. So yeah, I actually like golf games in general. Like I said, the Golden Tee is one I play. I also like a lot of pool games, like back on the NES and the, like, I had one on the Game Boy Color I played a lot. Both of them. There was a golf one I had, which is probably just the NES thing ported over to the Game Boy Color. But I also had a pool one as well. Both of those, for whatever reason, I really enjoyed on handheld. And, those are games that I would actually just play for a few minutes. I probably would never play a whole game of golf. I'd probably never play a whole game of pool, but they were great things to just pull out and kill 5 minutes, whatever I was doing at the time. And despite the fact that I like those, I hated the Wii Sports Golf. I don't know why it was so bad to me, but it just kind of was. Also, the fact that I walked through there without having to think about anything is both... Is there any items over here? No. Is both reassuring and also, mildly disappointing. I didn't see anything aside from the hockey guy that I particularly wanted to have join my party. Wii Bowling was the only thing I usually... Yeah, I read that one. Didn't tell anyone because I wanted this to be a surprise. Oh, that must have been about the stream. Well, it surprised me, but also I was incredibly busy at the time, and you... Hee-ho. Yes, the ice... I can't... Brain! Jack Frost, that's the name. My brain is on full shutdown. You'd think that wouldn't be the case because I just got off a vacation, but also I did just get rid of, 3 children, so please forgive. Alright, let's buy the ice map. Obviously I'm sitting on too much money. I spent too much time just generally grinding, trying to get new monsters, so I'm actually in a pretty decent spot as far as money goes, and just general decent power of the monsters. But I was so worried about building up for raw power, I didn't really do a whole lot of general, getting good skills or anything. I'm not even sure if I have a healer on my party anymore. That might come back to bite me in the butt. Let me take a look here. Alright, basic heal all, but it's actually a weak heal overall. No healing. Alright, well, heal more all is great and heal max is good, so obviously... My absolute swole muscle man over there is going to be my healer. So anyways, like I said, the fact that you came in here and chatted for even this brief amount of time reminded me that I need to go back and see what all happened during that stream because definitely seems like 2 fun personalities vibing for a bit. Also, the ADHD, I'm sure, is not helped by the fact that I am on my 3rd cup of coffee and 2nd bottle of G Fuel. So, yeah, I'm caffeinated up. My drug of choice these days that keeps my eyelids open. Oh shit, did I dumbass? This is what happens when I'm not paying attention. Alright, let me pop a revive. Yep, I let my healer down. Never let your healer down. When the healer says jump, you ask how high. And I let him fall. There we go. Yeah, and pop that once. I can't remember if I'm supposed to go north or east from here, so I'm going to try both. I also like the Harpies because they're aerodynamic. Okay, yes. Rigid is a flat is justice man. And in regards to that... In regards to that element of the topic, I can respect it. There are no wrong chest sizes. All forms are beautiful. I stand by that. As a man who has dated across the entire spectrum. Although I am also that kind of guy that's just like, look, I have never not found the female form attractive. And that is because there is... sorry about that. And that is because it is more about what lies under the surface there. I have reached the point in age where I am well aware that beauty fades physical beauty fades. Therefore, you need to focus on... Okay, well, the succubus is on the field, guys. That's a thing that we had to deal with last time. God, I hope we're far enough into the stream that YouTube doesn't, like, automatically flag this now for massive underboob and ass cheeks. I still can't believe I forgot that the succubus is that much that. Alright, I'm gonna have to heal up here in a minute. My type is very different from Ian's. Not wrong. Although Luci from Pokemon is an exception. She is peak mommy. Look, there... hold on. Luci has 2 timeline existences. Both are viable and valid, but for 2 very different reasons. Peak mommy Luci is top tier, though, between the 2 of them. Can't disagree. Can't agree more, couldn't possibly disagree. Man, my brain went in 2 directions there. Alright, there we go. Top up. What is that? Hold up. That's, I don't know what emote that is, Rigid. My phone too tiny, small screen, brain too old. Amateur. I drink so much caffeine I don't even know what sleep is. Richard, I don't know how to tell you this. I don't sleep very often in the idea of, like, I lay down and go to bed. The amount of nights where I start sleeping on my sofa because that's just where I was when my body shut down. It's not until I reach that point that I end up going to bed, and it's also a big part of why I suffer from... I say I suffer... I'm going off on a tangent here, and I'm not going into this area because I think this is where a big story thing starts to happen, and I want to take that in its full. But I suffer from that thing about, like, short sleep. So if I get, like, a deep sleep, I can be up in 4 hours and just run through the whole day again. I struggle to sleep after 6 hours. 8 hours is already me sleeping in. And I don't think, like, I actually get sick. Like, my body starts getting angry at me if I reach 10 hours. I am the absolute invert of one of my friends growing up. The man once put in 2 full days of sleep, just right back to back. I think I've told that story before. I literally went to his place to make him breakfast so he would at least eat something. He woke up, he ate, he took a piss, and then went the fuck right back to sleep. Ah, yes, the booty cheeks. Thank you very much for explaining that, Rigid. My old man eyes couldn't understand what I was looking at. I find a lot of women with smaller chests attractive, and women with larger ones too. Who is someone help me out here? I know everyone's gonna know it, but the guy that basically more or less quit the internet, who has the famous video of just I like girls, absolute spiritual alignment with that thought right there. Honestly, Richard, that is a unique trait that I have not heard of before. But I kind of get it. I wouldn't necessarily say it's an attractive thing for me that I look at specifically, but I am heavily prone to eyes. I am one of those guys that, you know, as I talk with you, I'm looking at your eyes. So it is one of those things that I take a lot of note of. It's also why I have it's one of my early things when I am with someone talking about their eyes, just because it is where I'm looking most of the time. By the way, a lot of people have like mixed colored eyes when you really look into them. and you will see some of the craziest mix of colors, and it is gorgeous. Go figure. As much as I can sit here and say that I appreciate the female form, I just like people in general. There we go. You mean big hips, right? Rigid, don't, hold on, wait. Wide hips sink ships. And thick thighs save lives. Joe Cat, thank you very much, Zeph. Alright, Dem, I am going to tell you the same thing I told Rigid earlier. He was dealing with a serious headache as well. And frankly, you're over in, like, British tea and crumpet land, so you'll have more options than he probably did. But if you are dealing with a headache, I highly recommend, whenever anyone's dealing with a headache, obviously take some medication, try to fight it off that way. It's just a general good idea, but brew yourself a cup of tea and drink it slowly. Let the steam go in through your nostrils. There is a certain amount of aromatherapy that happens there, but also the general steam hydrates your sinuses, but also loosens them a bit. And tea itself is also an anti-inflammatory, so as you are drinking the tea, it is also relieving a lot of whatever is building up pressure in your head. It's not like a guaranteed fix. Obviously, you're going to want to deal with the pain through, like I said, like some sort of over-the-counter painkiller of some variety. But in general, like, the two together can be a very good combination for tackling that issue. Obviously, sleep is good too, though. I'm not going to fault anyone on that. Go to sleep. You can't hurt if you're unconscious. My brother's Australian Shepherd, Tiffany, has two different colored eyes. Oh, okay. What do they call that? Is it like dual chromatic or something? Is that the word? I can't remember. So I'm sure this is going to come as a surprise to no one who's been here long enough to hear me already say it multiple times before, but if you're new, I am autistic, definitely on the spectrum, definitely high functioning, but also clearly not paying attention to the game because I lost another character. Luckily I have access to a fantastic healer. Alright, pop another heal more all. Anyways, yeah, so I'm just going to leave it there and end my statement and nothing else is going to matter. No, but seriously. As such, I do have a certain bit of like OCD, ADHD, a lot of that other stuff kind of all factors in. And one of the things that I am drawn to consistently is actually, symmetry. Go figure. Death the Kid understands fully where I'm coming from with this. Do I have anything to heal? Yes. Pop a few more of those. One more? Yeah, we're good. Anyways, but I am also someone that definitely, like I said, with the eyes, they stand out to me, and things that are different oftentimes kind of stick out in my brain more. And so when people are, they have that two-colored eye thing, even though it like goes into my brain and registers as this is odd, this isn't symmetrical, this isn't right, the other part of my brain also says, but this is unique, this is different, this is attractive, this is human art in a weird sense. Heterochromia is having two different. Thank you very much. Hey Pay, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for the pre-stream subscribe as well. How are things going? Hopefully things are going well. Oh shoot, I missed a couple of things here. Joe Cat also said something regarding the whole Hogwarts Legacy harassment campaign. That made me lose a bit of respect for him. That being said, the reason he ended up getting canceled was dumb. I don't know what he said about the Hogwarts Legacy thing, but in my opinion, not that anyone's particularly super crazy into it, but I thought the whole, like, everyone getting wildly angry about the Hogwarts Legacy thing was kind of stupid, but I understand that for a lot of people, they get really angry about anything having to do with, God, what's her name? The author. That tells you how much I care about the Harry Potter stuff, but, yeah, I understand that there's a lot of people. Ooh, okay, well, I caught onto it this time. Heal Max himself. Yeah, he should still be able to pop that off, right? There we go. Alright, anyways, yeah, I get a lot of, I understand that's a thing. Obviously, I'm not, like, super into that whole side of all of it, and I'm not looking to get into it. So, not liking her, sure. And as a result, not wanting to support something, sure. But then to also go to someone who is enjoying something and saying that you are a bad person because you enjoy a fictional bit of media, that's where I'm just kind of like, come on, guys. Like, you can hate it, you cannot like it, you can have a discussion with someone about why you, in your mind, are right to have the views that you have, but then to also turn around and say, you are bad and evil because you like this thing. I'm sorry, I'm not going to get behind that. J.K. Rowling, thank you very much. Again, I think it says a lot for how little I care about the Harry Potter verse. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to start caring a little bit more because my brother's adopted son is absolutely obsessed with Harry Potter. So, that's... I'm sorry, what? Yeah, King Icy. I am King Icy. The humans from Valhalla took the stairs and back, and have moved on. Oh, okay, I was expecting a fight. Sounds like someone might be approaching my home. I'm not sure if you guys could hear that, but my dog's up there starting to bark. So if I have to step away, I apologize for that, but it's because I might have to go deal with family stuff. I mentioned earlier that there has been a fair bit going on regarding all of that. Boy, Rand just got messed up there. Alright, let's pop a heal max there. I don't care much for Harry Potter either. It was just one of those internet things that was impossible to ignore. It was impossible to ignore in the idea of you couldn't be online and not know something was going on, but it was very easy to ignore it, to just be like, oh hey, I don't care what's going on, and just look the other way. Alright, let's pop. Did I not get the... Oh, I bet I dropped it before the heal max went off. Alright, let's do it that way. At some point, I really need to switch... Ooh, they're all fast. At some point, I need to actually start buckling down and paying a little bit more attention, maybe using some of the magic I have. There is a thing about, you know, elemental magic resistances, and it's... As with every SMT game, the way I'm playing it right now is not correct. It definitely is built around the idea of picking your skills and breeding out your monsters for certain synergies and so on. But because I am taking time in between streams and I'm just over-leveling, a lot of what I'm doing is just basic wailing on everything. Give me big muscles and let me just burst my way through. And I mentioned this when going through this game started. My want to replay this game is not because I think the game is particularly great as an SMT game. As when it comes to Shin Megami Tensei games, there are so many out there at this point that are way better than this game mechanically. But there are elements to the story of this that I really like, that I really remember. And of course, I really wanted to hit home on the idea that somehow this game was dropped by the ESRB. And by that I mean, as we have explored already this stream, We have a character that exists on as a monster you can recruit. I can't imagine when they. I don't know how the ESRB works when you're getting when you're submitting for your rating, but I find it hard to believe that someone is going to submit this for review and not have to give them like a sprite sheet layout. And if you just look at the sprites that are in this game, you will see character designs that immediately make your brain go, okay, this is a T-rated game, if not more. We have a monster that is absolutely damn near butt-ass naked, full-on underboob, 2 ass cheeks just in your face, and somehow this game manages to be an E rating. We haven't even hit like some of the wilder story beats, and we have already had a child getting, I believe we had a child getting abused earlier. Not in a way that would be cancelable in that sense before the YouTube system tries to get mad at me. No, I don't mean we have, no, I mean like she was actually just being beaten. So, you know, don't go in the one avenue for hating this, YouTube. Go into the other. Go in the one that's just like, we don't like child violence, because that, I understand that as far as the reference here. Just don't come at me and flag me for something that we're not dealing with here. I am less likely to finish reading Harry Potter after reading most of the 5th book. I hated it that much. Worst part is, it was the longest book. I have all of the Harry Potter books. I read the first one when I was growing up. And I got that one when Harry Potter was like... So, you know, I'm an old man now. I remember when Harry Potter was new. And my aunt got me the first book. I've got the first run of the first book. And I read it. And I remember telling her, like, yeah, it was pretty good. It was okay. I don't know what is wrong with my aunt, but if I tell her something like that, she suddenly has it in her mind that it is something that I am wildly obsessed with. This happened with the band Queen as well. Obviously, you know, Queen, fantastic band, classic. And it's like, you know, they've got a couple of songs I like. And she comes by to visit once. And a couple of them play on my cycle, on whatever I was listening to at the time. A couple of songs were in my rotation, and it becomes one of those. Oh, you like Queen? Obviously, it's one of the few bands that were older, so she knew about them, so she knew to ask about the name. And it's like, yeah, I like a couple of their songs. Next thing I know, I am getting DVD releases sent to me for my birthday about based on concerts that they did, and it's like I've got like 4 songs on my list right now. Like, I was gonna say her name, but it's like I probably shouldn't. So it's where are you coming with this? But yeah, anyways, it's the same thing with Harry Potter. I told her once that it's like, yeah, it was okay. And then I got every book as they released ever since. I haven't read any of them. I don't give a fuck. Even when the movies came out, I was like, oh, hey, yeah, I'll go check out the first movie. And when I did, it was kind of like, that was a thing. And then they released like 2 or 3 more, and I was like, okay, there was a couple of fun things. I'm going to go see the other ones. I don't think I watched any of the movies after the 3rd one, and I don't even remember what one that was, because I didn't pay attention to the story for fuck all. Speaking of SMT, my brother let me borrow his Switch copy of SMT 5 because he got the new one for the PS5. Okay, I haven't bought the new one because I have the Switch copy of... Oh, excuse me. Of the first release of SMT 5. Not the first release for the Switch of SMT 5. I got the Steelbook edition of that game. I am sorry that I feel like I'm dying right now. Oh my god. Anyways. Oh, that could lead somewhere fun. I could, but I'm not going to. Anyways, Yeah, so I didn't pick up the new one when it came out. Let me know if you end up playing both of them. If you think I should pick up the new one to see what it has new in it. Because I played through all of the Switch release the first time around. And, you know, I enjoyed it. It was good. My point being is somewhere in my brain that has escaped me at this point. Anyways, but yeah, it's SMT is just a fun series in general. Each one plays very different. I liked in that one that there are the different routes you can take and all that stuff. I love when they do that in a game. When you're going to have a character that you're going through like that with it, it really makes the idea of meaningful choices end up when you actually have different endings. Even if, like, what happens still happens, at least you work towards something different eventually. Alright, really need to pump a few of these into my Muscle X guy. Never let the healer run dry, and I let the healer run dry. There we go. Some kid probably end up hitting puberty a year or two from... Wait. Oh, a year or two early from playing this game. I'm not sure if it would, like, make them hit puberty literally, but I am sure that games like this that manage to skate under the social... I'm sorry, the fuck? The social netting definitely caused things like that. I mentioned before that, like, this game came out still during the idea of Pokemania being a thing. Pokemon was rising in popularity. A bunch of the extreme ultra super Christians were still, like, getting their panties in a twist screaming about it. Screaming that it was satanic and evil and everything about it was going to cause your child to, like, turn to Satan or whatever. And this game exists. Comes out while that is still a thing. This game opens up with demons exist. These elementary school students love talking about them. These elementary school students are given the opportunity to summon one in, you know, in game world reality. And they jump at they glorify everything that everyone thought that the Pokemon thing was. It's SMT, you're gonna get into that kind of shit. But you have that going on, and then you have an E rating, and then you have all of the shit that goes on in this game, and somehow no one ever picked up on it. No one ever complained about it. It was not a big deal. And it's just... It goes to show you that people just ride the hate train on popular things just because it's popular to hate something. We do the same thing for things we like too. It's why when someone is willing to tell me genuine, honest, with good reasons why they don't like something or why they like something that's popular, and they're not just because it's the right opinion, that even if I disagree with them, I have a much more positive opinion of them as a person. It's, you know, it's the same thing when... Ah, damn it, that sucked. And then it popped on the useless character. He couldn't at least heal himself fully. God damn it. Oh, wow, menu is lagging there. I don't know what that was about. The church I grew up in hated Pokemon only because they used the wording evolution. Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about, but... Oh, hold on, there's a few more here. It was a dumb joke, you know. Yeah, no, I absolutely get it, Rigid. I was just taking it further into... to talk about the topic there. Like, you know, I have loosely spoken with Zeph on this, as far as, like, my religious views, but I've shared them out on the channel quite a bit more. That I view myself within the Christian faith, but I am more in the avenue of agnostic theist. I've talked about all of this before. I'm not going to get into the whole avenue of my thoughts and beliefs there. God! Rand, hold on to your ass for 5 goddamn minutes. Speaking of religion. Anyways. Heal you, stop dying, get your shit in order. Anyways, yeah, the whole thing about like the group of people that were hating on Pokemon, as Zeph even further validated, for some of the weirdest, I say weird, like when you're talking about like older religious people, weird loses meaning. But to a young person looking at it, some of the weirdest reasons. If it's a fictional story talking about a fictional thing, why would you sit there and be like, my reality doesn't line up with your fiction, so I'm gonna get mad? They admit it's fiction. Ride that victory. Tell the kids, hey, as much as they're talking about evolution and we're gonna have this conversation in a deeper manner because we're your parents and we care about you and we care about your afterlife and what's gonna happen to you. This is fiction. Go ahead and have the conversation that way. It literally exists within the realm telling you that it's not real. But you can't. Some people just can't separate fact from fiction. Oh, wait. Oh, you can do this in diagonals. Pokemon ice puzzles get fucked. I just think it was like the dumbest thing that people got so freaked out over it. When you have such easy and obvious ways to, even if someone is going to be that hard-lined on a stance, to actually use it in your benefit rather than just scream and moan about it. Well, that went nowhere. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate, like, religion. I don't hate churches. I don't hate... I see massive value in their existence culturally simply for the grounds of the shared, unified social aspects that it carries. I should try to get it back. I'm gonna try it. Alright, well, that blew up in my face spectacularly. It's worth a shot, though. But, yeah, to take that whole conversation back to where before I had the branch off point there, man, I'm getting fucked up with all of these status effects. Ugh. I've got to remember where the branch off point was. I had it there for a moment, and then I got distracted again, because that's what happens. Oh, geez. It'll come to me eventually. I am going to load this up, though, and I have to... I am removing that. Sorry, deal with it. I do not appreciate my family coming in here on that while I am live streaming. Comment removed. I don't know what you said. I didn't even read it. If you want to talk with me, you can by all means send me a direct text message. All right. With that said, I need to step away for just a moment, so please bear with me. Alright, sorry about that. I am back. No, I am not. Alright, there we go. Now I am back. Had to adjust my microphone there once I got back. Oh boy! I was left in a painfully hurting state. Hopefully we can outspeed this bat a little bit. Or not. In fact, I am just going to be in further pain. Anyways, Rigid, how dare you? I leave to use the bathroom and you immediately have to pop a pun. In the immortal words of a small Swedish child, how dare you? That was my best impression. I apologize for how bad it was. Man. Alright, let's just burn through as many of these as I need to. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to chat. I'm playing Nikke. Zeph, that is a much better use of your time. Unironically, I adore that game. I have not played in forever and a half because it's not like, you know, it's not the thing I obsess over. There is a new mech. Hold up. Speaking of things I obsess over. Wait. I'm going to shut my mouth for a minute here while I make sure I pull the right game up. Where is it? Here it is. Alright. There is a playtest going on. You know, here I am on YouTube and I'm going to shill for Twitch for a minute. There is, I think it might still be going on. I might be wrong, but I heard that it's a thing that's going to go through the weekend, so it's probably still happening. On Twitch, if you go watch a stream and you link your account, a stream of a certain game, I'll name drop it in a minute, you can get access to a activation code for the game Mecha Break. Unironically, this game why do I say unironically so much? This game looks so damn good. I already went through, I found a new streamer that I actually really enjoy when I went to do that. It was just like, I literally pulled it up and I was like, who only has like single digit viewers at the time? I assume they had just started when I joined in because they eventually climbed the numbers pretty high, but oh shoot, I still have to heal. But anyways, the game there is Mecha Break. Looks really good, and I highly recommend if anybody likes robots or mecha anything, check it out. It looks fun as hell. Anyways, yeah, the reason that Nikke made me think of it is I think the game doesn't need to rely on some of the things that it puts into play. First of all, it has a really good character creation, and I find it kind of weird that it's that good of a character creation because it's a robot game. You don't see your character in-game all that much unless you're dying all the time because your character ejects and then loads into a new robot, but the game has a really good character creator, and fucking diagonal on this controller is ass. It goes there when I don't want to, and when I want to, it goes straight directions. Anyways. Don't worry, I use the phrase fair enough so much that I'm surprised a Ferris wheel isn't growing out of my back. Yeah, what I was getting at is the game, when it cuts into, like, story things or cutscene things, it has very questionable camera angles, and a game revolving around giant robots blowing each other up, for whatever reason, has a very developed, Nikke-esque series of jiggle physics. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah, there you go. There is your laid out open, no more playing games with my terminology. I got them jiggle physics. Why? I don't know. It's not really all that necessary, but am I really gonna complain? . Alright, well that was annoying. I just had to run across my entire yard chasing after my dog. She was trying to go play with the neighbor's dog in the back, but as a result, she was losing her freaking mind. And I have to go get her out of there because right now I've got some fallen limbs back there and I don't want her hurting herself as she runs over them. She did that earlier this season when she ran over. I was getting my garden set up and I'm sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I had to run across the whole yard that fast. I had my tomato cages out in that area as well, and she went back there running through them, and she had sprained her ankle on the tomato cages. And if she's going to do that on something as blatantly obvious to the plain eye while you're running up and down a fence line as a painted metal tomato cage, I worry what she's going to do with some of the sticks that I have out there right now. Oh man, good old silicon boob robots. You know what? What was that anime where the robots had, I'm pretty sure the robots had jiggle physics in it, but the premise was it took two pilots and for whatever reason they were definitely provocatively placed within the robot in order to pilot the thing. You say that and that's the only place my brain goes, is that anime is a thing that existed. God, my team is getting fucked up. I came in here thinking I was gonna be good to just cakewalk through all of this. Instead, I am getting walked all over talking about cake. I suppose the topics are still there, so can't complain about that. Darling in the Franxx, yes, and I think it was like FRANX or whatever. I think there was an X in there somewhere. I don't know, maybe I'm combining Darling in the Franxx with like Hunter x Hunter, and my brain is just like that shut down right now. But yeah, I thought it was funny watching that. So the person I was watching was a female streamer. Their whole gimmick is, you know, everyone's doing VTuber these days. Probably at some point I should get on that at some way, some form, something. You're either doing like the VTuber or the PNG tuber thing, and their entire gimmick is kaiju related, and I thought it was, you know, already kind of a fun gimmick that I don't see a lot of people making use of. Everybody under the sun is some degree of furry, and then this person was just like, "Nah, giant monster lady," and I'm like, "Fucking go." Anyways, speaking of, I have a type. As we were earlier. Nope, revive. Do not venomize anybody that do not need the venom. Do I have anybody else with another heal spell? Thank God. Okay, you at least have revive, so I can make use of that with somebody else. And Rand, you have been doing shit all with magic. I'm gonna burn through your points because Muscle X needs to hold his. That's annoying. There we go. Alright, everyone's topped off. There we go. But yeah, it was a funny, goofy thing to see in the situation there, but also was not unwelcomed because I am a man and I have things that my brain says, do this, enjoy it, because yes. And I don't hide behind any of that. We literally opened up talking about that, and we're still on that topic. The brain rot is real. I know somewhere in here there's supposed to be a stairwell. I don't know where it is. I was talking shit about the whole, like, Pokemon Ice puzzle because I can go in diagonal directions. It doesn't help when I don't know where the fuck I'm going anyways. If anything, it might even make it worse because now I have to, like, angle and shoot myself in certain ways, and I eat all of my in-between random fight moments just trying to angle myself off platform. Alright, let's go up here and go left, and now up from here? God, it's gotta be somewhere. Don't tell me it's just in like one of the corners and I'm doing all of this for no reason. I came from the top left, I checked out the top right, I checked out the bottom right and there was a person there, but I don't think I stopped and really looked at the bottom left. Alright, yeah, we're probably gonna have to pop another heal max here, just because if there's 2 layers of these guys now, I'm gonna be in for some pain. Don't, you motherfucker. And now Muslekus is gonna use his magic, healing somebody for 35 fucking health, because he can't heal himself! No! Fuck you! Everybody just start dying at this point. I don't give a fuck. I don't care enough. Just drop. Send me back to like some other point in the game and just let me buy more items so that I can burn through all of them in the fucking ice temple. Video games and ice levels fucking go back to the dawn of time. I don't even think I can teleport out of here because I'm inside of a dungeon. I am literally up shit creek without a paddle. God damn it, it's not up here, is it? Alright, Lindworm can revive. Can revive. Heal all and just burn through a lot of that. There we go, that should be pretty close to everyone healed up. Alright, that's where I came from. No, I missed my angle! I missed the angle of the dangle! I had to go a little bit further to the north and to the right. God damn, I am getting fucked up here. Speaking of brain rot, I've been getting a lot of these videos where they take scenes from Spider-Man movies and replace the dialogue with Gen Alpha TikTok lingo. Okay, so my brother and I actually had a conversation about this recently, and I don't know if, and I'm probably going to, I'm not even gonna fucking bother. It's gonna be a waste of his mana, and I need to hold on to that right now. Anyways, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it! And now he moves, so it would have been absolutely wasted. Alright, my brother and I were talking about this recently, and it used to be that you could follow a direct line of logic to slang. Obviously, slang changes over the years, but you might look at something and say, alright, so you have cool, and you can follow that down the line. You have rad, you have a hard. All of these words feel like they at least mean something, and you're looking at what the replacement is, but then you get to some modern terms, and I don't know if it's because I'm old, and it's probably because I'm old, but there are terms at use that get brought up all the time that I don't know what they're replacing. What the fuck does skibbity toilet replace? When somebody says skibbity toilet in a conversation as slang, what the fuck is it referencing? I know the video meme thing, I know that that's a thing, but like people will talk about it like it's a thing outside of that, and what the fuck are they talking about? That's the kind of like old manisms that both my brother and I were just like, what the fuck is this? Obviously, they have their own, like, slang words that you can still do that, like, logical understanding to. But then you've got dumb shit like that. And it's like, this is the generation that was, like, clever enough to take charisma and turn it into Riz. And by clever, I mean it quite literally is a... God damn, no. Fucking I went right, you bitch! Using a joystick is garbage on this! No! Fuck all of you. Fuck you two big gourd-wielding bastards in particular. God damn it. I am miffed about how absolutely absurdly stupid that was on the joystick there. This is why Game Boy Advance games didn't fucking have a joystick. They weren't ready for it. Nintendo wasn't ready for the joystick on handheld yet. They had to wait until the fucking, what was it, the 3DS to give it to us. And even then, they were like, nah, I don't think we can commit to the joystick. We got to give you guys, like, that sliding button thing. We got to give you one step up from a laptop nipple. At least I know where I'm going, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm missed about what the fuck just happened there. Yeah, fucking good. Game! Whoa. Boy, I can tell you it's getting warm in my room for two reasons. One, I'm getting a little irritable, but two, I think my GameCube is trying to melt because it is lagging hard. I mentioned this when we first started this. I am playing this on the Game Boy player for the GameCube. I have other options that I could do, but I really wanted to make use of my RetroTink 4K. Anyways, I see that we have a couple of statements here before. D&D players have been calling Charisma Riz for... Have they? I've never... Okay, I played D&D with some old military guys that were playing D&D back when it was the original D&D Red Book. I've never heard that term. I've played 2nd edition. I played a lot of 3.5. I played a little bit of 4. We kind of blew right past that one and jumped to 5 because we stuck with 3.5 for so long. And I've been playing for more than 20 years now with many people. I have never heard it called Riz at a D&D table. I've heard it shortened, but you know, it's people will just go like, what's your strength, what's your ka, what's your wisdom. So like I will hear things be referenced as they're written. Ka, C-H-A, strength is just, you know, I've actually never heard anyone say stir, but strength. But wisdom is what's your whiz, what's your int. So like I've heard those ones before. I have never heard charisma as Riz. I'm not denying what you're saying. It's probably absolutely true, but like that is new to me. But yeah, and as far as the use of it there is particularly not in general communication, but it seems to be definitely isolated to picking up women in the sense of Riz for the generational thing there. But yeah, I actually have not heard that. I've heard Ka. Ka's the one I've heard. Ka, Wiz, Int. Those are the things I've heard. Came across Spider-Man goes woke video and Spider-Man 2 goes woke video. Rigid Rat. Literally, they just had gay stuff said, but I mean, I suppose if you say it in the right way, it would be like in that oh, my brain is doing the dumb. There we go. It would be like in the avenue there, but every stat has been abbreviated. Yeah, again, but like I said, when I heard it get abbreviated, I've always heard Ka. Like that's just what I've heard at the table. And I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just maybe it's also like regional. I'm like in the Midwest. Maybe that's where the difference is. But like I've never heard it Riz at the table. And the only time it's ever come up as such is after the current generation started using it as charisma in everyday normal conversation. And even then, when it gets brought up, everyone's old enough that it's just like, it gets belly groans. So, I don't know what to tell you from my experience on that. I actually remember Christina V quote tweeting someone saying he doesn't play D&D with a video of her in a bikini saying that's a shame because I do. I have been around a lot of people that just hate on D&D for weird reasons, for whatever. And it's like, I have had so many varied and differing people at my D&D table. And the thing is as long as you don't let some of the more extreme differences become table discussion bitch fests, you can have a wide number of people because you're there to play something consistently with the group. So, like, I think I've mentioned this before. It's probably not too hard to believe that given that I am center right, I do play with a lot of people on the center right, center left, and a little bit more to the right, just because in my experience, a lot of people in the farther left field get a little bit more angry than the people on the right. It's not to say that's entirely true across the board for everyone, just my experience at the D&D table. Anyways, but I have had, like I said, I've had old military guys that are like 40 years older than me. They're like fucking 70 years old that are just like, yeah, I played D&D before. And it's like they'll play with me, again, going further, younger. I've had people younger than me. I've had people with very differing opinions. I have sat down and had straight up full on communists at my table. And so it is just a thing of like every walk of life I've played with people in regards to that. And what I'm getting at there is there's no real, like there's a stereotype for what a D&D player is, but outside of that would be a very minor, small section of the pie of people that are like self-identifying as I am a D&D, blah 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 blah. It's like, no, you just go and play games socially with people because fucking people have been having game nights for fucking generations and generations. It's not just because the game is different than going and playing poker with the boys doesn't mean it hasn't been happening for generations. My mom has been playing text-based MMOs just about as long as I've been alive. That is a very good example. My mother plays Dungeons and Dragons. She doesn't play it with us, but she has. I think I'd tear my hair out if that happened, and I'm already bald. I would have to find more hair to tear out if I had that happen. Which is kind of funny. Here I am. I have talked before how close my family is, but I am also sitting here at the exact same. I am so low on mana. Oh god. I'm going to save right here, expecting bad things to happen very soon. Anyways, yeah, I talk about how close my family is and that we literally have an open door policy with everyone as far as the inner family goes. And then I'm also just like, but God, if I had family sitting down at my D&D table, I'd fucking lose my mind. Okay, we are at the point of story progress. I am going to again double down on my save because I don't trust this. But I think I am getting close to a pretty big part in the story that is, again, another one of those story elements that are just like that. They did that in an E-rated game? Yeah, I think I've caught up on everything here. Oh, I love Christina V, especially thinking about her not singing the official Ladybug theme song as someone who started her voice acting career as an anime English cover musician. Hold on. I know the name Christina V, but why am I feeling like I'm associating it with something different? Yeah. I know I'm subscribed, but okay. Yeah, no. Okay, this is. You said the Ladybug, and I'm like, I don't remember that one. But yes, no, it is still who I was thinking of. All right. Fair enough. I just had to go double check on that because my brain is well within the shutdown phase. All right. Drail was the old man, big leader. I can't remember it. We have been told, I think, who the traitor was, but I can't remember who it was. But I was it Drail or was Drail the real leader? Anyways, Ian. Shit, it was either Drail or it was Shin, and I don't remember. We're finished. We were fools to rise up against Imperius. Your heart wasn't in it from the start, was it? What are you hinting at, boy? Drail, I overheard some Imperium demons talking about you. You're the one who betrayed the rebel. Okay, so it was him. Okay. You're the one that betrayed the rebels and leaked information, and because of you, Lena's now a prisoner. Lena being the literal elementary school child that got abused. It doesn't matter, boy. Rebellion or not, we never had a chance. Only a fool would stand against Imperius. No, it can't be. You're joking, right? Drail, how could you? Shin, you heard everything. She plays the titular character in the English dub. Hold up. Hold the sweet fuck up, Pei. My niece loves that show. How the fuck did I not know this? God damn it. How did that slip by me? My youngest niece loves that show. Her last birthday, it was specifically a Ladybug themed birthday. God, I feel dumb. I mean, I am, but like I feel it now. Speaking of hair, I found random gray hair in my beard while I was cleaning the restroom at work. The rest of my hair is its natural color, so it stands out a bit. I am surprised at the fact that I'm as old as I am and as beaten to hell as I am and as always so damn stressed as I am. That I have stress-related organ failure that I have bounced back from, and I still have so few gray hairs. I have to search for gray hairs on my body. I say body, but it's like, it's my fucking beard. That's what I'm looking at. I keep my head relatively shaved, so I don't fucking get to see that anywhere, but looking at my beard, it's like, I've got like maybe 2. I haven't thought to shave it off yet. I forgot it was there until I just thought about it. Fair enough. Answer me, Drail! Now! Before Ian came to Valhalla, I was captured. Taken before Imperius. What? You have no idea what it was like. I didn't know fear until I met Imperius. Nobody can defy him. I don't believe this. Everyone, we trusted you! Well, those are the breaks. We were born in the wrong time and place. That's it. Drail! Say no more! I've heard enough! Shin, I'm sorry, you know. Ian, I never meant for it to be this way. Get the time key. Once you have it, you should be able to take out larger rifts. Boys, forgive me. Oh, no, wait, no, that went backwards of what I thought it did. Ian, I have some bad news. Bad news? What is it? Ian, it's about Lena. Lena? What about Lena? Lena was brought before Imperius. She was executed. So, there you go. We have an elementary school child was just absolutely told to us that no, they took an elementary school child and just executed her. Again, this game is rated E. The Court of Imperius. Shit, this game gets dark. Yeah, she's not even the only death, and we actually get to... First of all, if my mind is remembering this correctly, and I'm not going to play it out yet until I say this because I don't want it to seem like I'm remembering this fully, we're about to see Lena, like, confront Imperius and absolutely tell him to eat shit fucker before getting executed, and god damn it, she goes out like a boss. It takes more than power to rule the world. Well, but that's why I'm standing here. Power! And I've got plenty. You've got nothing. You're just a selfish, cruel tyrant. Power? Ha! You've got to be kidding. Then why do you live in fear of the DemiKids? Could it be that they have more power? Away with this pathetic human brat. Execute her. Yeah, she literally is just like, the one thing you claim to have, you got nothing. Eat shit, motherfucker. Why? Why Lena? Why execute Lena? Lena. Poor Lena. Imperius will pay! I won't rest until he breathes his last breath. Classic JRPG nonsensical words! I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. So, that was a thing that just happened. I can't get over the level of absurdity this game can just like fly off the handles to. Was she here before? Ian, I'm so sorry. If I hadn't brought Lena into all of this, I'm really so sorry. Amy, what happened? Or what happened? It wasn't your fault. I was careless. Poor Lena. She was always quick to cheer us on. We are even getting a memoriam of this character. They kill her off, and it's not just a one write-off thing like, oh, hey, she's not going to be in the story anymore. It happened. Deal with it. You get a memoriam to her character. She was always trying to make somebody happy. I'm really sorry. Dang it! I don't know how else to say that. It's, I am sorry if I am peaking my microphone is what I'm apologizing for, not for reading a line terribly. Y'all know that's what I do. The door's finally open. What's wrong? Had a rough time? Well, remember this. When things get rough... I'm sorry, my friend is dead. How about fuck you? It'll always get better. Bruh, middle fingers. Walk your shit off screen. I'll go see what the Imperium's up to. Alright, so we have another spot to go to, but also, I am incredibly in a sore spot. So it's going to be one of the areas, I think, to the upper right here that just recently opened up. Anyways, I will push forward into those next time. I think this is a pretty good stopping off point. That's a good cliffhanger to leave at. Now that we have our vengeance a little bit more solidified, because, you know, stopping the end of time wasn't enough. So anyways, thank you so much, everybody, for stopping in. Rigid, Pay, and Zeph, Rich, Dem was the other one I'm forgetting about. Dem was here earlier. Anyways, thank you so much, everybody, for stopping in. Always great to hear from you. And Pay, nice having you here for I think the first time, right? Anyways, thank you so much, everyone. Have a good time, and I hope to see you next time. In the meantime, enjoy yourselves. Bye-bye.